What's going on, everybody? I'm going to share a little story with you today that happened to me while I was out thrifting, and I want you to wait for the twist at the end of this video because there is a twist and a warning. I may say a cuss word or two, a naughty word, because it really pissed me off. So I'm warning you now. The end of this video could get ugly. So here's the situation today. So I go thrifting and I stop by and grab some gift cards for some of the employees who've helped me out over the last several months. As a little thank you, Merry Christmas, what have you. So I go to the thrift store. As I'm walking in, I see this other guy walking in before me who I've seen him other times in the store. So I just pinged him as a reseller. There has been also a time where I've been talking with employees and they talk about this other reseller who comes in. So I see this guy, I'm thinking reseller because I've seen him before. As I'm walking in, the employee who helps me out the most, she goes, "Are you with him?" I'm like, "Huh? What? Oh, him? No." I'm like, "Oh, it must be the other reseller you're talking about?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So as I walk past him, I basically introduce myself like, "Oh, you must be that other reseller that everybody's always talks about." Just, playing nice. Because I am a nice guy, I try to be anyway. So I'm going around, I'm grabbing stuff, boom, boom, boom. I notice he's not grabbing anything, not finding anything. Then what happened was we came to a head at one point, and the employee goes, "Let me run in the back and see if I have any shoes or anything for either one of you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I just hang out. She came back out and threw a few items in my cart. I'm like, "Oh, cool, thank you." At that time, I had separated and went toward the back door where she went in. So during this time, she goes, "Well, I got a pair of LeBron shoes that I bought here. I know nothing about it. I can't find them online." And I go, "Well, I know shoes. I collect shoes. I can help you out." I go, "Do you got a picture?" She goes, "Well, they're in the car. Let me go grab them." So she went out, brought them into the store, and I put them in my cart. So I looked at them, looked them up for her. They were $50 shoes. They sell for $50. And I'm like, "Oh, cool." And then and she walked away and she ended up coming back, and I go, "Well, these are my size. I'd like to have them in my collection. Here's what they're selling for. How much do you want for them? I'll just pay you for them so I can add them to my collection." She goes, just take them, just have them." I'm like, "Sure." She's like, "Yeah." Well, he saw this and he got angry about it. He came up to me a little bit later and he goes, "Did she give you those?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, and kind of walked off. And I'm like, "Okay." And he's talking on the phone with somebody too. And I'm like, "Okay, this guy's acting a little strange, a little odd." So I kind of seemed like he was up to something. So I kind of stayed near him as he was headed out of the store without anything. And he started going off on the employee who helps me and apparently helped him a little bit. And he started going off on her about how it's wrong that she gave me this shoe and blah, blah, blah. And he was there when she bought it or some crap like that. And like it matters. And so I started going off on him like, dude, and just saying my piece. I'm like, what the hell? It's I already cursed. It's upset me. It's Christmas time. I gave her a gift card. She gave me a pair of shoes. No big deal. Whoop-de-doo. And he's going on and on and on about this and about that and about the employees there and et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, what the hell is this dude whining about, right? So she walks off and I'm still railing into him as he's walking out the door, and he stops and turns around and goes, "Look, I'm not mad at you. It's the employees here." I'm like, "Well, what's up? Talk to me." So he comes over and we start talking, and he's like, "I'm just upset that she gave you those shoes. I help her all the time with when she got started with eBay, and I give her, my time to, show her this or teach her that, or when she asks me about something, like, yeah, so do I. I'm like, so? He's like, yeah, but you got those shoes. What else is she giving you? I go, she brought out a couple of pairs of shoes here and there. Well, all I got was a pair of Miss Me jeans. And I've given her a lot of time. And I'm like, dude, first off, if you're only giving her your time just because you want something in return, you're already off to the wrong start. You're already doing it for the wrong reasons. It's like, well, I do this for a living and my family counts on this money and she ain't helping me out like she's helping you. And so he goes, well, I spent time I helped her set up her PayPal account and all I got was a pair of jeans. And I'm like, I went into the whole thing again about, and then he started going into, and the employees here, they get all the good deals. They get all the good stuff out of the back. I'm like, yeah, that's a perk of working in a thrift store. And I'd like to extend this knowledge to anybody watching this who gets mad for some reasons about employees at thrift stores. A perk of working at thrift stores is you get some of the good stuff. That's just a fact. That's been a fact throughout my whole 18 years of doing this, first and foremost. And this guy is acting like he just started doing this, and I'm like, what the hell is this dude tripping on? He goes, well, let me ask you this. If they brought out a Nintendo system, what would you expect them to price it at? I go, $30 to $50 probably. He goes, yeah, well, that employee bought it for $10. I'm like, yeah, that's a perk with working here. You get to pick stuff. You get better prices. Ta-da! That's just the way of the world. That's the way it is. Period. And he's just so angry about it. And what else? There was something else he brought up. Some video games that the one guy who worked there bought and took him to GameStop and made a profit. And I'm like, yes. I'm always talking to that dude. I want to know what he's finding because I'm happy for him. I'm like, yeah, you go. Get it. And he's just angry. The employees here, they get everything good. They ain't helping me out, but I help her out. She ain't giving me anything. And I just kept reiterating, if you're doing this to expect something, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If your only goal in being nice and helping somebody is so that somebody can throw something back at you, you're wrong, you're screwed up, and you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Now, I will admit, in past videos of mine where I teach you or show you or inform you that when you go into a thrift store, you be nice to the employees. You be helpful with the employees because there's a chance you will get something coming back on you for that. Do I expect it? No. Do I get mad if it doesn't happen? Hell to the fuck no. Why would you? Only a selfish, angry individual would get mad because an employee's getting a good deal on a bargain in a thrift store because they work there. I mean, come on. And because you're not getting it, and they kept reading, I'm not getting it. I can't get it for that price. The employees here, this and that. And I try to calm the dude down. I'm like, look, I've been doing this 18 years. Just in case, he kept talking like he pays his house with this, he supports his family with this, and his girlfriend and all this and that. So he reiterated. So I tried to take it as if he was a newbie. He acted like he's been doing it for a while. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to just teach him a little, right? I'm going to give him some knowledge. I'm be like, look, I've been doing this for 18 years. You're always going to have the employees picking through stuff. That's just the way it is. And it always has been. It always will be. Why you get mad about it makes no sense, okay? First and foremost. Second off, the fact that they're getting the stuff cheap, it's called an employee discount. I mean, hello, every company in the world freaking just about has an employee discount. That's just the way it is. You get perks when you work in places. If you work in a fast food joint, you're going to get free soda. I mean, you get perks wherever you work. And if you're going to whine because you didn't get a free soda at the fast food place because the employees do, that's just stupidity, selfishness, ignorance, and just wrong. And then if you're whining because you're not getting enough stuff given to you that you don't feel weighs out the help you're giving somebody, then you're doing that for the wrong reasons. That shows how selfish you are. I mean, hell. I'm doing these videos helping people out. Do I want to have a freaking $1,000 month making videos? Hell freaking yeah. Am I going to stop doing it or complain because I only make $100 a month doing it? Hell no. Because I enjoy helping people. You're either nice or you're just selfish. That's pretty much what it boils down to. And this dude was just straight up selfish. So I tried schooling him, be like, look, even if you help people here, doesn't mean it's not going to come back for you someplace else. If you're a positive, helpful person, you're going to, karma is self-induced. If you're a happy, go lucky, helpful person, it's going to come back on you because you're projecting that energy out. You're helping somebody sees that, they help you. Period. Bottom line. If you're projecting all this negative, selfish image, energy out there, guess what? You're only going to get that back. And that point was proven after he left and I talked to the employee, and I'll get to that. So I tried to just school him on not taking things personal. I said that so many times during this conversation. I'm like, don't take it personal. It's business. It's the way it works. And then I go, I sell everything. I've got a cart full right here. You have nothing. Oh, I only find stuff that I can sell for at least $30. I'm like, $30, $30, $30, $30, $30. I know what the problem is now. So I think I got him calmed down. I go, the next time you come in here, what you need to do is you need to change your attitude. You need to walk up to her and you need to say, I'm sorry. I was out of line the way I act, and I am very sorry. And just have a better attitude about it, and maybe things will start rolling your way. But coming in here with a shitty attitude and a selfish, only for me, thou situation, you're not going to get nothing that way in life. In life, period. Let alone a thrift store with people, interacting with people. Hello? You can't be that hard-headed, that numbskull, that ignorant. And so he leaves. She had already walked out, I guess, to sit in her car or whatever, because she was upset by it. So he leaves. She eventually, before she came back in, well, here's another thing that made me really know that he's just an angry person. This other employee who knows him, but only, I guess, talks to him before, but never really talked to me. I see her all the time. During me and him hashing this back and forth, she comes up, everything okay here, guys? I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine. He's like, it's fine. And she's like, Merry Christmas. And he's just like, I don't do Christmas. And she's like, well, for me, it's just like being with family. Like, I'm with my family every day. So, it's just like ball humbug. And that was the thing within that whole conversation we had that flipped my switch. That this dude is just a miserable, selfish individual. Period. Bottom line. So after all that, he left. She walked back up to me and gave me a pair of shoes. She's never given me anything before. She's like, you want these? I'm like, yeah, thank you. I'm like, look, I think I got him calmed down. He just seems like a very, angry person. And I try to make excuses for him. I'm like, maybe it's just Christmas time and a lot of people were upset during Christmas. Maybe that's why he's just, an angry person this time of year. Maybe that has something to do with it. And so I she's like, thank you for what you've done, what you did, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, oh, no problem. And then so the other employee, she finally comes back in. She's like, is he gone? I'm like, oh yeah, he's gone. I'm like, I think I got him settled down. And I start talking to her. I'm like, well, I think he's mad because he feels like he's invested a lot of time into helping you and he's not got nothing in return for it. And I told her exactly what I just said to you about how and then so I gave my opinions. I'm like, I personally think it's wrong because if you're helping somebody, you shouldn't be doing it and expecting something in return. You just shouldn't. And she goes, to be honest with you, I help you more than him because you're nice. You're just an all-around nice person. You're always nice to all of us. And he just seems angry all the time. And I go, that's exactly what I told him. If he came in with a different attitude, treated everybody differently, was nice, I told him to come in and apologize to you, everything, maybe it would come back around. Even if it's not from you, he would receive it someplace else in life, in another thrift store, whatever the case may be. So, you know, she thanked me and stuff. And I thanked her for the shoes and things like that. Then I got the kicker. The thing that pissed me the fuck off. She says to me, do you know? This guy comes in every day, literally every day, looking for stuff, right? She goes, do you know he's dating a girl who works at the other thrift store by that name, the company, at another location? I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Here's this guy bitching about this store and what the employees are getting out of the back and the great prices they're getting, but yet you're getting it at another thrift store because of the person you're dating? And she goes, I won't get into that just in case he ever sees this video. I won't get into personal details, but that rubbed me the wrong fucking way, because that just shows you the level of selfishness, the level of ignorance that this character is. And it pissed me off. So when he left, we shook hands. He goes, I'm sure I'll see you around, et cetera, et cetera. You know, I was trying to calm it down. When I run into this motherfucker again, he is not getting one fucking ounce of respect from me. Not one. Because there's no way in fucking hell you're going to sit here and put on that shit show drama that you just put on in this store, in front of the employees, in front of these customers, about how these employees are taking advantage of the system, but yet you're fucking doing it at another goddamn store? Hell fucking no. And I hope he watches this fucking video, because I'll tell him to his motherfucking face. And I'm probably going to have to hold back just to keep my rapport in that store at a calm level, because I want to get in that motherfucker face and just tell him how much of a big piece of shit he is. How dare you? Pissed me off. So what I would suggest, and here's going to be my advice to anybody out there who might feel, let me let that go. All right. Give this advice to anybody out there who's thrifting, who sells on eBay, who knows that employees are getting good deals out of the back. Let it go. Let it go. It happens. It always will happen. It always will. And how you get about that, let me tell you the way. Knowledge. Learning the game, playing the game. Be nice to everybody. Do things because you're a nice person, not because you want something in return. Talk to somebody because, hey, you're a nice talkative person. Do you hope you get something in return? Sure. Who the hell doesn't? But don't expect it. Don't expect it, because if you are, you're doing it for the wrong goddamn reasons. So, so what you need to do is remember these key facts. Not everybody knows everything. The fact that I can go to a thrift store with employees getting great deals out of the back like they should, I'm all for that, because who of us who do this has never said, man, I wish I worked in this thrift store so I could get these perks? Who hasn't said that? Every thrifter in the world who sells has said that. I guarantee that. So remember where was I going with this? I lost myself. So, as I was saying, not everybody knows everything. So the fact that I could walk into the store, know that employees are getting great deals, on especially like a Nintendo system, because they know it's a Nintendo system. The fact that I'm in the same store with this guy who's a reseller who does this for a living, to provide for his family and his girlfriend, quote unquote, yet she's working at another thrift store by the same name, same company. If I can be in that store and score a cart full of items that I can resell, you have nothing, all the employees are here on a Saturday, and I can still make money, that's because of knowledge. I'm not patting myself on the back in any way, shape, or form. It's called 18 years experience. Learn, knowledge, absorb. Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Always learning something. Always taking the time to look up something new. Just as I'm doing with women's shoes right now and women's clothes. Whole new world. But guess what? I'm scoring like a mofo. So I want you to keep that in mind. Don't get upset about it. It's the way it is. It always has been, and it always will be, and it always should be. I'd rather an employee get a Nintendo for $10 than them to put it out on the floor for $50 and just sit there and I go, man, I wish I could buy that, but it's overpriced. He might as well get it for $10. You know what I'm saying? You're very selfish if you think employees shouldn't get a perk in a situation like that. They should. But they don't know everything. They don't want everything. Every other reseller that comes in a store ain't going to know everything, ain't going to want everything. So if you have enough knowledge in your head, you're always going to be able to score. You're not, maybe not score that high, quick flip item that everybody's looking for, but I can turn this $77 that I just got in my cart and probably into about $2,000. That's called knowledge and experience. So that's what I need everybody who, and trust me, when I first started this, I did get upset. Not upset to the fact of what he did or, excuse me, just upset in my own head going, man, that sucks that the employees are getting that. Employees are getting this. But as time goes on and you get more knowledge, you realize there's enough out there literally for everybody because not everyone knows everything. Not everyone is going after everything. So there is enough, and I've said it a million times, especially here in St. Louis, there's so much money to be made in this area. It is unbelievable. And the fact that this guy was complaining about one store when he had a cherry in another store shows more about his character and who he is as a person than anything else. So don't be that guy, because I will motherfucking you all up and down this video. Anyway, I just wanted to share that story because it was on my mind. It's bothering me. And if I do run into this guy again, I'm going to flip this camera on. Especially if I say something. And you're going to, because you should know me by now. I don't hide shit. I'll say anything. I don't care. I care for you, but I don't care when somebody pisses me off or somebody shits on me or somebody's shitting on somebody I see. And then you throw something on top of it that there's no reason in hell you should be bitching. How about I go to that store and I bitch about how your girlfriend's handing you stuff out the back door? How about I do that? Should I play the same game? Should I? I mean, really, I know that store. I even think I know the girl that she was talking about that he's dating. So should I go over there and complain about that and bitch about that and do a drama storm? No, because I'm not stupid, I'm not ignorant, and I'm not fucking selfish. That's why. This is the difference. Piss me off. Anyway, hopefully, if you do get upset about it, I hope you don't take it to the level he takes it, because that's just ignorant. But hopefully I've said something here to make you at least look at it differently. And it's just up to you to gain more knowledge and, watch YouTube videos and check on eBay and just watch comps and all the advantages that everybody has nowadays that I didn't have 15 years ago, that I didn't have 18 years ago when I started this. I mean, he's sitting there bitching about dog eat dog world, blah, 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 that, he supports his family. It ain't fair. Try doing it 18 years ago when you didn't have everything to look. I didn't have a smartphone to look stuff up. I mean, don't give me that pity party bullshit. All right, I'm out. Thanks everybody for watching, hanging out, watching my bitch fest. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and don't be an asshole. Later.